Since the beginning of the full-scale war with the Russian Federation, Ukraine servicemen, according to the conservative estimates, have destroyed at least 6,880 units of Russian weapons and military equipment of the land component, of which 2,253 units were taken by Ukraine's defenders as trophies. The T-90M Prorыв tank. Before the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russia managed to produce a few dozen units of these tanks. Invaders started to use them approximately in mid-April in Ukraine. About 2 weeks later, they lost their first T-90M. At the same time, a bit later, Ukraine got this tank not only in the form of scrap metal. The Taman division abandoned the T-90M Prorыв during the escape from Kharkiv Oblast, so Ukraine's specialists are probably currently carefully studying this trophy. Combat vehicles of flamethrowers. In last September, Ukraine's defenders destroyed the 5th Russian BMOT heavy combat vehicle of flamethrowers. Considering that Russia had only 10 units of BMOT, it's quite a heavy loss. These vehicles are used as part of the 1st Mobile Brigade, as well as a part of the 47th Tank Division, which suffered losses in Izum. The BMP-2 with 675 SB3KDZ additional armor. In June, fighters of the 10th Mountain Assault Brigade of the Armored Forces captured the BMP-2 with a valuable trim. It is the newest Russian additional armor for the BMP. This is a set of additional protection. As of 221st, it was known about the purchase of a batch of approximately 100 units. Now it's being researched by Ukraine's specialist, Iranian Mohajer 6. Not that much time has passed since Ukraine's defenders managed to catch this bird almost undamaged. In fact, Ukraine got a real jackpot. It will be possible to learn all the secrets of both the Mohajer 6 drone itself and the QM-5 bomb that was under the wing of the UAV. The Orlan 10 recognizes UAV. Ukraine's military will also learn the secrets of another Russian Orlan 10 UAV. During a successful counteroffensive in Kharkiv Oblast in September, Ukraine's military managed to capture an entire complex with drones, a control station and the technical documentation of this UAV. This means that after further analysis, the armored forces of Ukraine will be able to counter these enemy unnamed aerial vehicles more effectively. The NeboM radar. In late August, it became known that the armored forces of Ukraine destroyed a rare Russian NeboM radar in the south of Ukraine. This station is supposed to detect ballistic missiles at long range, and it went into production only in 2021. Russians claim that their NeboM radar can detect ballistic targets at distance of up to 600 kilometers and simultaneously monitor 200 tracks. It allegedly takes only 15 minutes to deploy such a station, and the operating time before the first failure is as much as 1000 hours. The AMN 590951 armored vehicle. During the battles in Kherson Oblast, the armored forces of Ukraine captured Russian AMN 590951 multi-purpose armored car. There are only a few such units in the Russian army. In fact, the AMN is an improved VTK Ural armored vehicle based on the Ural 5309 chassis. For the first time, the updated car was presented at the Army 2022 forum. The 1L269 counter battery radar of the Zoopark 1M complex, another valuable trophy of Ukraine's military in Kharkiv Oblast. It was in perfect condition, so will be applied against the invaders. At the same time, it was abandoned in perfect condition, without even any attempts by the enemy to somehow disable it. Viathlone tanks. The first recorded losses of Russian rare Viathlone tanks occurred in the late September. These are rare T-72B3s of the 214th model, which were developed for the famous Russian tank Viathlone. 2 of these tanks were destroyed. Another one was captured by the Ukrainian military. You can distinguish the Viathlone tank first of all by the panoramic commander's sight PKPAN Sokolini glass, from tanks and IFVs to small arms. Ukraine's servicemen captured a rare Russian sniper rifle, which was developed specially for the Federal Security Service of the Russian Federation (FSB). This is a sniper special large caliber rifle 6S8 Vychlop, also known as VKS, which was presented for the first time at the Interpolitech exhibition in 2005.